John Ritz, and this is the University of Lousville School of Music. Absinthe, I think, is like Pro Tools in that it's a very easy environment to teach in. So part of what we do, of course, is synthesis, and we start sort of from the ground up, additive synthesis, FM synthesis, ring modulation, eventually getting to sample-based synthesis, granular synthesis, and all these things are Absinthe is fully capable of doing. So again, we have a piece of software with a GUI interface that looks like most other software students have used before, and all these aspects of synthesis, oscillators, filters, LFOs, etc., are very clear in Absinthe, and it's very easy to teach those elements to students through that software. So that's why we chose to use Absinthe to teach synthesis. Another thing that we stress is that the students create their sound design from scratch, and Absinthe allows you to do that very, very well, rather than using a host of presets that someone else has created. In addition to that, Pro Tools and Absinthe also are great pieces of software to teach sort of historical aspects of electronic music. In an educational environment like this, the history and leading up to where we are in contemporary composition is an important part of what we do. So we look at, where does this music come from? How did we get to using the computer to create new music and new composition? Looking historically, for example, when tape recorders were first invented, Pierre Schaeffer took these things out, recorded trains and doors slamming and various noises, brought them into the studio, edited them all together into new pieces of music. Synthesis, Stockhausen and Morton Subotnick and Don Buchla and others, were experimenting with different forms of synthesis and putting these things together into new pieces and new compositions. And a lot of those techniques we can teach in Pro Tools and in Absinthe as we look at the history or the historical component